Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing What If Naruto Was a Full Uzumaki. So I last left this part off with, Sasuke becoming enraged at what he saw in the room. So what he had saw in the room was all the Sharingans of the people that his brother killed. So he is on a part of him is like he's wondering why his brother did it now, because it doesn't seem like it was to test his own gain and strength. Because if it was, Danzo would have never have had all the eyes. They would have just been buried with the people. And shit. So Naruto, Naruto isn't mad, but he's not like nonchalant about it either, because, well, first off, you're not supposed to have just a whole fucking shelf of Sharingans. Like, that's fucking natural. Anyway, so Naruto, after I don't know how to explain it. Well, yeah, Naruto, after like a couple of minutes of shot, looks at Sasuke and sees that he has mixed emotions, cause he doesn't know what it was to think. Was it the village that made Itachi kill his entire clan, or was it Itachi actually trying to test his strength, or was it something else along those lines? And Naruto tells Sasuke that whatever happened, it was for your own benefit. So if it was the clan, if it was the Leaf Village, we can change it for the better when one of us become Hokage. And Sasuke was like, why should I want to become Hokage in the village that made my brother kill my entire clan? And Naruto looks back at him and was like, what makes you think I wanted to become any Hokage in any village? They slaughtered my entire clan. I mean, hell, I wasn't alive to see it. But just imagine being literally the strongest clan on the entire planet and just get killed off because you didn't want to join the nation. Right? Exactly. But anyway, we can change this, the hidden leaf for the better. That way this won't happen again. And Sasuke, they sitting there arguing for a whole, I'm gonna say 20 minutes. And then I'm gonna say Lord Third walks, he's coming in. And when he sees that Naruto and Sasuke are back there, and he wondering what they're arguing about. And he sees the eyes and stuff, and he's like, oh, I don't think I can explain this. So he starts trying to well, he was gonna leave, but he was like, nah, fuck it, I might as well, because they ain't gonna ever bring it to my attention anyway. So Laura Third walks over there and is like, what are y'all doing in here? And Sasuke looks at him, and Sasuke he just walks right past him, and Laura Third looks at him and looks at Naruto and was like, Naruto, what are y'all doing in here? And Naruto looks at him and is like, why don't you go take a look? And he walks out too. Now, at this point in time, the Lower Third knows that he's stepping on hot coals, because if Sasuke decides to leave the village, Itachi is going to have his fucking head. And if Naruto decides to leave the village, they're going to be out of a tail beast and a full-bred Uzumaki. And a rich Uzumaki at that. So, well, 2 technically if you count Kani. Anyway, so, Naruto and Sasuke get back to, their thing. To the thing. To the, to the main area, to the Uzumaki compound. But there is there's the main house, which is the house that Naruto was living in. Then there was like a house like that was further out, and Naruto grabbed his stuff and just went back there. Like everybody was up and moving around because it just like turned to morning. So like everybody from every other house that was around came and like because they start coming to Naruto's house because 9 times out of 10 before like their day actually starts, they start vibing in Naruto's house. So when Naruto and Sasuke gets there, like gets back to his house, they're like wondering like what's wrong with him, and they're not answering them. And all Naruto does is he goes upstairs and he grabs like a blanket and some clothes and a whole lot of scrolls that he never read before, and he just walks off. He just start walking to like this back area, like where he told nobody else they can go basically. It's like a small wooden area, like with a couple of houses in it, but further back there's this one house. It kind of gives you, if you watch Dragon Ball, it kind of gives you Grandpa Gohan vibes houses. The house all the way in the back reminds you of Grandpa Gohan's house. That's the type of house it looks like. But anyway, so yeah, Naruto goes in there, but Sasuke he doesn't go with Naruto. Well, he does, but he goes into a different. Like Naruto went into the one in the very back, and there was like one closer to the front, but like not in the front. It was still deep in like the Willing area. It just wasn't as deep as the one Naruto went into. So, like, Kakashi and Zabuza was gonna question it, but they got summoned by the Hokage, which leaves Haku, Mei, Karin, Sakura, like all of them, to go see what the fuck's going on. And before they could do anything, like they were headed back there, but like there was a Naruto placed a seal, like kind of like a Genjutsu seal, on the front before he had walked back there. So like only people with like Kekkei like the Byakugan can get through. So it was literally all up to Mei. So Mei, she walked back there, but she sensed two different points of chakra when she got through the barrier. She sensed Sasuke's chakra, which was like turning like dark almost, because Sasuke was sitting there contemplating his entire fucking existence and training at the same time. And Naruto's chakra was more or less, because like how can I say this? Before like all this happened, Naruto's chakra was more or less smooth. Like when you wake up in the morning and you look out, if y'all live by a lake or the ocean or something, and you look out and it's like the ocean or like the lake is smooth, like that. Like that's how Naruto's chakra is. That's how Naruto's chakra usually is. But right now it's kind of like a sea storm almost. I'm gonna be using that reference a lot in all my what ifs because I kind of like that reference. Just thinking about that's like the best reference I can think of. Anyway, so she gets back there to Naruto, and she knocks on the door, but like Naruto's not answering. So she realizes that the door is locked, but Naruto has not moved. Like she has not heard a sound. So now she's not scared because she knows like, oh, it's Naruto. He probably knows what he's doing. But she is scared because like Naruto normally would open the door for anyone at this point in time. Or he's just like really pissed off. So when she opens the door, Naruto she picks a lot on the door. And when she does that, there's like an unconscious Naruto with like this weird seal on him. And what she does is, instead of like freaking out, cause she don't want to wake up Naruto and like disturb whatever the fuck he was doing. Like, she read the scroll, and the scroll basically said like, this is supposed to like, it's supposed to help you gain more control over the Nine Tails, so you can use more of his power without going to this weird little cave thing. No, I'm not giving him KCM mode right now. But I am gonna give him something unique, you could say. So you know how like in KCM mode his eyes will glow? Like, yeah. That's basically what it is. So instead of like going into like the Forest Hill state and everything, Naruto just basically just increased it by like just turning, like his eyes just turn like orange. And that's the equivalent of going all the way up to the Five Tails, which I think it was the Five Tails, the Four Tails when he was fighting pain. That's the equivalence of doing that. But there's a tax on it. It strains your body drastically. So she basically just sits back there, and like now Connie is getting impatient. So she tries to get through the barrier, and it works, but not for long. Because the barrier has properties to pull people that can't get through it. Like, that can't get through the genjutsu and just walk back there. The barrier can push you back out almost. Kind of like a, kind of like a trampoline. Like, if you jump on a trampoline, like, you can push it down, but it'll always, like, push back out. So she gets pushed back out, and when Kakashi and Zabuza get back, they were like, so where is May? And they pointed toward like the wood area, and Sasuke and like Zabuza was like, damn, that's a good barrier Naruto put up. I can't even get through that even if I wanted to. And Kakashi was like, yeah, you can't, but I can. And he whipped out his Sharingan and he walked through. And Sakura was like, man, I really need one of those. And Zabuza, like, already hearing what Lord Third said, looked at Sakura and was like, the next time you say some stupid shit like that, I'm gonna cut you in half. And she was like, what did I do? And Zabuza was like, don't worry about what you did, just know the next time you do it, you're gonna be dead, motherfucker. So she's like, okay then, I see where you stand, you dirty. But anyway, so Naruto is currently fighting the Nine Tails with his chakra chains, because I don't think did I think this shit? Yeah, he's oh shit. He is fighting the He is fighting the Nine Tails with his chakra chains, but Naruto heard May's voice. So he like hurried up. It took him like it felt like it was like 20 minutes. But it was damn near a whole like fucking month, because Naruto has a whole lot of chakra and the Nine Tails has a whole lot of chakra. So May was literally walking in and out of the thing the entire time. And Sasuke, by this time, he had unlocked his third Tomoe. And he almost unlocked his Mangekyo, but what the fuck is his name? Kakashi pulled his ass. Like, get your ass over here. Come do these damn missions with us. And Sasuke doesn't wear what he wore in canon now. Like, He wears like a hood, like a hooded fit. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but he basically wears like a hood, and he doesn't talk to anybody. Like, he barely talks to Kakashi or Zabuza. And every time like Sakura or Karin try to talk to him, it's not even like, it's literally a one-sided conversation, because he'll just look at them and just look away. Like, I'm supposed to care. And this draws like major red flags, because first off, Naruto hasn't moved from one spot in an entire month, and this man is emo boy 9000. So they need to figure out what the fuck to do with them. So when Naruto wakes up, his eyes like glow orange. So at first, like, he can sense, like, okay, because Uzumakis already have an immense chakra pool and their sensory is almost godlike. So Naruto's sensory picks up things, like, in that state, he can pick up a lot of, like, his sensory in that state and strength is stronger than Sage Mode, so there's no reason for him to have it. But if he has Sage Mode, he can stack that on top, and I know I'm not doing that right now, because he is still a little kid. Which is why this state, the thing that he has, the little like the eyes that I gave him, like just right now, would drastically drain his chakra and deal some damage to his body, because he is still using the Nine Tails chakra. So when it flashes on and flashes off, he senses Mei like sleeping next to like where Naruto was. So he turns and he looks, and it is her. But then he looks and he turns and he sees like the jar that has the the Byakugans in them. And Naruto, like, he looks and he's like, I wonder. Nah, surely not, right? I mean, they never tried it, but surely not. Like, that can't. No. And Naruto's like thinking about this, because Naruto is generally still pissed off at the Leaf Village, but like, he's not pissed off to the point where he's emo boy. He's pissed off, like, okay, if anybody ever like saw the Joker get mad, like, not visibly mad, but enough to be like joking about it, that's basically the stage that Naruto's in right now. Like, what he thinks is funny is sick and sadistic to other people right now. So, yeah. Naruto's like, surely not. But so he was like, might as well try it anyway. And before Mei can like get up and do anything, like, she was still asleep, but she was just about to wake up, because she felt Naruto get up. But when she said Naruto's name, Naruto placed a seal on her to like basically keep her from moving. And like, she couldn't say or do anything. So Naruto placed another seal on her to keep her like stable almost and make her pass out. And he took her eyes and the eyes that he had and infused them together and put them back into her. And then like, he removed the seals, and she woke up and she had a huge fucking headache. And Naruto looks at her and was like, sorry, I'm not a surgeon. I just thought it would be funny to see what would happen. And she's like, what do you mean to see what would happen? Like, what did you need to do that was that fucking funny? Like, she's like, I thought, you were just gonna... And Naruto's like, haha, you're funny. Sorry, but I wouldn't waste my time. And she gets mad and looks at Naruto, but like, when she looks at Naruto, she can kind of see, like, Naruto's playing it off as a joke, but there's a lot of pain in his eyes almost, because he known Sasuke since they were little, and to know that Sasuke is hurting as bad as he is, and for Naruto not to be able to do anything about it, that kind of pushed him over the edge a little bit. So like she kind of sees like the little pain in Naruto's eyes and shit. So she kind of just stops. And Naruto kind of just uses body flicker. And like he meets up with Kakashi. And most like the only person that he really came there to see was Sasuke. So like when he gets there, he's like, "Yo, Sasuke," and Sasuke is like, "Oh, Naruto." And everybody can kind of sense like the change in Naruto's chakra and personality. So like they're wondering like what's this about? Naruto's like, nothing. I just did some experiment. Sasuke, you want to come and see? And Sasuke's like, yeah, sure, why not? So they both use body flicker, and what they like before make it be like before make it think and like do anything. Naruto and Sasuke appeared, and Sasuke was like, "Oh, it's her." Naruto's like, "Yeah, do me a favor," and Naruto was like, well, Sasuke looked up at her and looked at him and was like, Naruto kind of gestured with his eyes to like knock her out. Sasuke's like, "Oh." Well, like he shrugged his shoulders and knocked her out. And this time Naruto made a barrier that no one can get through. So like when they got back to the house, they can sense Sasuke's, Mei, and Naruto's chakra, but you know, they can't do shit with it. Like they can't get through the barrier. So Zabuza goes and confirm like tells Lord Third, and Lord Third's like, fuck. But Naruto realizing that he's technically not himself, decides that he's gonna go and meditate. Like he's gonna put a seal on himself that forces him to meditate for like an entire year or two, like 2 years, which would make everybody else teenagers by that point. And the seal, what it does is it feeds like, it kind of, like, the seal basically shows, like you meditate, but it slows down like every organ in your body. That way you won't need food, or when you do, it'll like feed you like chakra instead of food. So you'll be hungry when you wake up, but like you won't be tired or anything when you wake up. Almost I could put you in a stasis, which is what like Sasuke didn't do it, or Sasuke did it too, and they kind of forced me into it because she had like, yeah. So like 2 years passed, and everybody damn near forgot about Naruto, Sasuke, and Mei, but like, you know, the close ones like Kadin and, you know, all of them, they didn't forget. They just didn't want to bother with it anymore because they didn't want to, you know, if they kept doing what they were doing, they were gonna cut into Naruto's money because, well, they need money in order to do things, and they are ninja. But if they're not doing any jobs, what are they there for? So after like the 2 years are out, Naruto and, you know, they come out, and Mei is still mad at Naruto because she want to know what Naruto did, but Naruto's not telling her. And like she wants to know because when she looked over, because a jar that had her dad's Byakugan in them is like, it's empty, and they're not in Naruto, they're not in Sasuke. The only other person back there was her, and her eyes aren't in the jar, and so she kind of puts it together and was like, "Did you do?" Naruto looks at her, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And she was like, "But my father entrusted you with them." And Naruto's like, "Yeah, he entrusted me with them, but I entrusted you with them now. So if you die," well, he basically just told her, "I entrusted you with them, so don't die." That was the only order like that Naruto was willing to give her at the time. So, um, it was a whole like little like so, so Sasuke looks at Naruto and asks Naruto like something different about you. Naruto's like, what do you mean? And he was like, okay, at first like you were a little too playful and now you're mellowed out, but your chakra is like all over the place now. And Naruto's like, oh yeah, that's right, I didn't show you it. And Sasuke was like, show me what? And he uses like his eyes turn orange and slits. And like Naruto didn't know, but like when he turns this mode on, he inadvertently spews out massive amounts of chakra. So everybody in the village sensed this. Even the people that had chakra that couldn't control it or just weren't planning on becoming ninja, they could sense this. So like at this point in time, Lord Third has resigned and Tsunade is still like because they still had like that whole like little fight. So Tsunade is the Hokage, and the only difference is that Naruto wasn't there to fight. So it was basically the like Team 7, like Zabuza, Kakashi, Karin, Sakura, and fuck, I forgot his name. Where the fuck did my bottle cap go? Okay, Haku. There it is. So, yeah. So, like everybody in the general area of the Leaf Village sensed this, and since Kakashi and them were like just now getting back, they sensed it too. So they go and they go check it out, and they see that Naruto is like out and about, and Sasuke is too. But Sasuke is pissed off because like Naruto doesn't even have a Kekkei Genkai. Well, he kind of does, which would be his chakra chains, but yeah. Yo, that's a question. Like, that's a good question. Because I know that the Uzumaki is the only other people that were able to use the chakra chains. So, is that a Kekkei Genkai of theirs, or is that just a technique that they unlocked? I'm just generally confused. Because it doesn't matter to me either way it go. I just want to know, was that like a Kekkei Genkai, or was that just an ability that they could learn? But anyway, back to the story. So when we get back to the main to Naruto's house, everybody was happy to see him, but Naruto already knew for a fact that Kaden was gonna try to beat on him because he was going for them to 2 years straight, and before that like a week or two, well a month. So he already know that Kaden gonna try to beat on him. So he basically in the midst of doing all of that. That is in, preparing. He decides that he's gonna take a few select people and go find Itachi. And obviously Sasuke is one of them. May decided to go because she didn't want Naruto to die. You know, trying to find, you know, his brother, like, Sasuke's brother. And they leave, but before they leave, they go and purchase like these cloaks, like these all black cloaks from like some weird place, and they leave a note saying that they're just going to go find Itachi and figure out the truth. And this is where I'm gonna be ending this part off. I know what I did in this part was kind of, I don't know, OP, but not OP at the same time. But remember, if y'all made it to the end of this video, put hashtag slash, at SL, or yeah, in the comments after your comment. Yeah, if y'all enjoy my content, leave a like on the video. If you enjoy this video, leave a like on the video. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. I might make a new What If the day after tomorrow, because I have to upload What If Zeldris was Naruto. So, probably tomorrow, like, or the day after tomorrow, I'm going to make a new What If. So, yeah. Peace out.